Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. This is Fantasia. Welcome back. Thank you guys all so much for clicking and watching. I'm so excited for today's video. In today's video, I want to get real and get ready with you guys. You guys know what time of the week it is, where we have the robe on. It's the group chat, girl chat, where I just come and this is where you guys see me just very vulnerable. This is my everyday life, everyday struggles, where I just talk about things that I feel like are relatable and hopefully somebody can gain something from it. And anyways, guys, I'm so happy to have all of you guys here. I hope you guys choose to stick around. Hit that subscribe button, comment down below. I'm always down in the comments with you guys. I don't try not to leave any of you guys hanging, but anyways, guys, let's get into this video. I have some fun things planned for this getting real, getting ready with me, and let's get into it. All right, girl. I got tons of makeup here in front of me, and we're going to get real and get ready. Let's do it. So I was scrolling through my phone. Let me get myself together. Okay. I was scrolling through my phone last night, like what videos should I focus on this week? What should I do? And I was scrolling and found this video where, really quick, my eyebrows I did in a vlog that's going to be coming out, and I share with you guys everything I do to get my eyebrows like this. It's new and it's working. Like when I tell you I love this new thing, who's texting me? Anyways. So I was scrolling through my phone and found this list of things titled 10. It's a list of things. I think it was 10, but I think it ended up being more than 10. Some things I've learned the hard way, so you guys don't have to. Let's talk about it, okay? So I'm going to get to that list of things because the reality of it is sometimes we're hard-headed. I can be. And life can teach us some things. We can learn things from our parents, but the fact is we're learning. That's what's the important thing. And if you're surrounding yourself with people who aren't creating a safe space for you to learn, sis, dip. Okay, you might as well make that number one. Like, find yourself a safe place to grow and evolve in life, okay? I think there's some things I wouldn't have to learn the hard way if I wouldn't have been around the wrong group of people. And the group of people who, and I'm not blaming anybody for the things that I had to go through. Don't hear it that way. But there is a reality to a lot of things in life. And one of those things is find a safe group of people to surround yourself with. Not everybody's good for you. And these people should be producing fruit in your life. They should be supporting you, loving you, providing joy and peace, and giving you things that are going to help you become the best version of yourself, right? So you might as well make that number one. Just get yourself a safe group of people so you can learn, grow, and evolve. Like, that's so important in life, because looking back, that's like one of my biggest, if you will, regrets, was that the type of people I allowed myself to be around was just like sickening at some points in my life. Like, why? So also, that takes me into my next point, is red flags. Sis, stop ignoring red flags, okay? Let's get into this makeup. Stop ignoring red flags. Red flags are there for a reason, girl. I actually went to the beach with one of my friends recently, like last May or so. And she was telling me, and I didn't know this. I mean, I had been to the beach several times before, and she was telling me about the red flags at the beach. And we were driving up, and I was like, let's park here. Let's do this part of the beach. And she was like, no, that part of the beach. Shout out to you, Michelle. She taught me this. But anyways, she was like, that part of the beach has a red flag. And that red flag means those waves are probably not going to be safe to go in. I was like, sis just taught me something, okay? Red flags are there for a reason, okay? If you see a red flag, that means you probably shouldn't go any further into that point than that red flag. That red flag is letting you know this is a danger zone. That's the point of it. And a lot of times I feel like we hear things like, oh, those are just red flags, and they go in one ear and out the other. And that's what makes the learning process hard, is because we don't want to take things for face value. We want to tread the water. We want to go see what those waves are going to do. We want to put ourselves in a position where we want to see if we can ride that dangerous wave. But the reality of it is, that's wearing and tearing onto your personal life, your personal evolution, your personal journey. And at some point, we don't have time to figure out what those waves are going to do to our life. Like, I know I don't. And at one point I did. I always wanted to see. I always wanted to test the waters. I always wanted to be that person to know. I didn't have any real boundaries on my life. I didn't listen. I didn't see those things as red flags, but you have got to look at red flags and that gut feeling that you get when dealing with somebody, whether it's a man, a relationship, because sis, Lord knows us as women, and I'm saying this, we love to give a man a chance. We love to see a red flag and give him the benefit of the doubt. I don't know who I'm talking to, but that's not good. That's like, oh, come on. Red flags are there for a reason. Don't get me going, girl. Okay. But what I'm saying truthfully, like, red flags are there to show you don't go any further. These are dangerous for you. These aren't going to give you any benefit. This is not a safe zone. This is not something you want to play with. We ain't got time. We want to do things that are going to be prosperous for our life. We just talked about that in the first point. Stop giving people the opportunity to ruin your life, because after you see that red flag and you continue to go, you continue to move forward, you're opening up room for opportunity. This is where it falls on you, is you're giving people the opportunity to come into your life and cause you drama and pain, and that's not worth it. Like, they are not at a place in their life where they can benefit you, and you have to start looking at things that way. Whoever it is, your parents, sometimes it's family, sometimes it's friends, and there's a gut feeling. They do something that makes you almost literally feel sick inside, or they make you uncomfortable, and that feeling is there to guide your direction in life and continue on a better path. Okay, so stop ignoring red flags. Okay, because I did it over and over and over and over and over again, and I can just tell you story after story where I gave people the opportunity to make me look bad, make me feel bad, come and try to ruin my life and destroy things that I've worked for. I could go on and on and on, but we're gonna stop there because I think you guys get the point. Stop ignoring those red flags. I cannot say it enough. Okay. Another one I want to talk about is your way isn't always the right way. Stay open-minded. Ooh. And side note, this foundation I have been loving. I mean, loving, girl. This foundation by Haus Labs, it's the Haus Labs Tricilone Skin Tech Foundation. I am in the shade 460 medium deep. Sorry if my mic is getting covered. I got this robe on and yeah, it keeps covering my mic. So if you guys hear that in and out, my bad. And so, let me see, because I do want to kind of put this on with a brush. Yeah, so your way isn't always the right way. And I had to learn this the hard way, okay? Meaning that, yeah, we grow up, and this is going to kind of go into 2 points. I'm actually going to tie this into 2 points because I have another point in my phone. Your parents raised and believed they did the best they know how. Okay, wait. Your parents raised you and believed they did the best that they knew how, right? You owe it to yourself, and you have the responsibility to create a life of your dreams. So we're going to tie those into the same thing, okay? Meaning, like, I grew up just believing everything that my dad, bless his soul, taught me was just the way of life, the truth of life. And I felt like everything he taught me was the way to go. And the reality of it is your parents only do as much as they know. They only do as much as they know or they knew how to do. And that doesn't mean that's always going to be every way and truth to every journey we take on life. And so you have to create space to find balance between what your parents taught you and where you're going in life. I grew up in a very low income, I grew up in the hood. Let me not even try to sugarcoat it, okay? I grew up in the hood. I grew up in a very low vibrational, and I can say it now because I love my family. I love everything that, we've been through together. But the reality of it is I'm going places in life that some of them haven't. I'm going places in life that some of them have never gone. And that's going to require a mindset of going places that some people have never gone. So you're going to have to be more open-minded in life. So this is like a 2-point thing. Be open-minded and realize that your parents didn't know it all. I'm sorry. Like, you're going to have to take a little bit of what they taught you, Take a little bit of who you are, where you want to go, and mesh them all together and find balance. Because I've taken my dad's mentality into conversations. I've taken his way of life into conversations. And it's ruined relationships with people because I'm like, no, that's not right. And I know I'm right about what I'm talking about. And my actions followed. And my dad was a very aggressive person. I learned some of that behavior from him. And so what I'm saying is you've got to do ultimately what's going to create a life that's going to help you be professional, that's going to help you be bright, that's going to help you be evolutional, that's going to help you really just change the trajectory of future generations, change the trajectory of your life, your kids' life. And you're going to have to create a space where your responses are more open-minded, your actions are more open-minded, the things you want are going to have a more open perspective in dealing with people from different backgrounds. Not everybody was raised the way that you were raised. Not everybody came from the same resources that you came from or the lack thereof. So you're going to have to embrace a mindset that says, I welcome everybody in my life with boundaries, but that's not going to have this negative or more closed-minded mindset. And what that does is that opens the room for growth, and opens the room for healthy relationships with people, healthy conversations with people. I have burned bridges beyond burning bridges with people because I thought I knew what I was talking about. I felt like my way was the only way. And that's not true. Your way may be a right way, but there's more than one right way in life. And the reality of it is people come from all kinds of different walks of life, all kinds of different ways of thinking, and we have to be open-minded on our jobs. We have to be open-minded in our dealings with every day-to-day life, with our kids, with our families. There's just so many different avenues. You're going to have some type of flexibility other than the way you were raised, other than how you believe that things should go. There's got to be some type of flexibility in there, balance. There's got to be some type of open perspective, all of the above. And I think you guys get my point. But yes, we've got to do a little bit better with embracing change. That's what I've been looking for. We've got to do better with embracing change. I don't like the way that brush applied my foundation, so I'm going to have to go in with more. It's going to look like a lot of foundation, but it's actually not, because that didn't do a good job of. That's why I don't be trying new stuff with foundations and stuff, because I don't know. I like my sponges, baby. And speaking of that, I'm using a new sponge. It's by Paw Paw, and it's like a dollar store sponge. And I don't go outside. See, close-minded, but it's true. I don't go outside my e.l.f. Total Face Sponge. You guys know this. That is my baby, and I've tried sponges, but I mean, this one is nice. It soaks up a lot of product, as you can see, but it's nice. Like, it applies makeup very beautifully. So if you guys are looking for a cheap alternative to the beauty blender, I feel like this is bomb. Like, really nice. Okay, so let's move on to the next point. I have several listed here. So this is kind of funny because I started exercising recently, like consistently. I talk about it in another video, Living Lighter, 5 Things That Transformed My Life, something like that. And I think I made this list long before I really started taking exercising seriously. So it must be on here not only for me, but somebody else out there listening. I just wrote down exercise. So let's elaborate now that I have a little bit more knowledge on exercising. Sis, no matter what phase of your life you're in, move your body. Get up, get out the rut, believe in yourself, and move your body, okay? Get up and exercise, whatever it is. I know it's intimidating. I know that you probably don't know what you're doing. I know that nobody's probably ever told you how important exercising is. And I'm gonna let you know, I'm a nurse, okay? And I've been a nurse for a while now, going on 5 years. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. But I'm here to tell you that moving your body is a lot more than just a weight goal. It helps you mentally. It helps you It helps you mentally. It helps you physically. It helps you emotionally. Like, there are so many benefits to getting out there and moving your body, okay? And your body builds up fluid and it accumulates inflammation. Especially the older we get, it doesn't matter what we do or don't do. Our bodies are physically changing. We need to invest in ourselves physically, emotionally, mentally, and moving your body for 30 minutes to an hour a day is a form of self-love. It really is. And it shows that you really honor yourself, and you will see physical benefits. You truly will. And along with exercise, that goes to eating healthier. I fell off the wagon. I'm very transparent about it. The last few years of my life, with my dad passing away, I've been through a lot of other, I would like to call it trauma, and I let myself go. And I've talked about it on several videos with you guys. I've let myself go in a lot of ways too. I work in a very high stress environment. I work in an ICU, and snacking and stress, as you get older, like, girl, I really didn't know nothing about stress, okay? Until like your life changes and everything depends on you, and you're taking care of really critically ill people, or whatever your life stress is. Don't say never say never, okay, sis? Because stress crept up on me, okay? It crept up on me, and baby, I was snacking, and just the movement of my hand and into my body, I didn't even have to necessarily be hungry, was new to me, because I would just pull out a snack and just have these negative coping mechanisms, because moving my hand made me feel good, and it helped me deal with stress. Chewing ice, just all these different mechanisms, coping mechanisms started creeping up in my life, and before I know it, I'm 25 pounds heavier, and my body looks weird, and I don't know how to deal with it because I didn't ever exercise a day in my life. Okay, it happens, but we've got to get to a point where just an hour a day, whether we're getting up an hour earlier, we're spending an hour later, we're doing something to say I'm important enough to me to live a longer life, feel better about myself. I exercise, and I do it with balance. I'm not perfect, but honestly, 2 to 3 days a week consistently. I weight train. If I don't go to the gym, most of the times I do though, I definitely walk, get some type of cardio in, something, but start somewhere. It's put the snack down, put one more snack down less than you ate yesterday. Don't go buy the gummy bears. I had to do it like that. Like, it was just like, hey, as long as I'm not eating a whole box today and I'm eating a half box, I can do that. As long as, even if I'm not going to move my body as much as I would like to today, I'm going to sit here and drink a gallon of water. Like, do little trade-offs with yourself. Start off slow, but exercise, eat healthy, challenge yourself to love yourself a little bit more, to go above and beyond. Sorry, I keep looking down at my mic. To go above and beyond and just do something a little bit more than you did yesterday. And before you know it, little victories, as my trainer says from the gym, add up into bigger victories. And it's so true. And look at different, there's so many healthy beneficial programs out there. Look in your local, your local area, and just see what they offer. I'm sure there's some type of gym, something you can do to feel better about yourself. Look at work. Sometimes work offers gym benefits. Do something. Get you a gym partner. Do whatever you feel works best for you and what's going to give you some type of results. And do a little bit more today than you did yesterday. And do everything in moderation. Listen, I'm going to tell you one other thing really quick when it comes to exercising, because we're just talking, right? Don't set all kind of unhealthy expectations for yourself. When I started the gym and I invested into a trainer, one thing that I did was I didn't go buy a bunch of cute gym clothes, because I didn't want to set that like burden or that unrealistic expectation on myself. I know I have never worked out a day in my life. I know that that's not something I'm necessarily been dedicated to or been motivated to do. So I didn't go buy a bunch of clothes. I didn't go, he gives us the option to like, set the days that we want to do. I didn't go book a bunch of days. I booked 1 to 2 days a week, because I was not going to be unrealistic with myself. I was just going to get a feel for it. I was going to see if it was something I really wanted to do. And then I loved it. The first day that I went to work out with him, I was like, yes, I love it. But I took it slow. I did my 2 days a week with him for a month. And then we progressed up. Then we talked about how I felt. We talked about moving forward with more goals. And it was almost like the more I worked out with him, the less I wanted to eat unhealthy because I was feeling better. I was doing better. So I wasn't snacking as much. And so hopefully that motivates somebody. And now I'm at, 3 days a week. We're going on 3 months working out together now. And I see a lot of results in my face. I see a lot of results in my energy, my mental health, the way my strength is building. But I just took it slow. It wasn't that deep for me to be over here trying to do the most right away. As long as I'm doing more today than I did yesterday, that's progress. And I count all my little victories with him. I count all my little victories with myself. And we move forward to doing better things in the future. So hopefully that helps someone. Let's move on to the next point because we spent a lot of time on that one. Listen more than you speak. And I feel like I believed this for a long time. I believed this for a long time before I would say this for a long time before I really started believing it. Hear me out. What I mean by this is listening more than you speak is really deep, okay? It's really, really deep in the sense of not only is it wise, but you give people the opportunity to show you who they are without you having to get in conflict with them. There's just a lot of wisdom in keeping your mouth shut, letting things happen. And it also gives you the opportunity to think before you respond. It gives you the opportunity to pause. It gives you the opportunity to evaluate the situation. You're not being as impulsive, and you're not saying things that you'll regret. It gives you the opportunity to pause and take your time before you just jump into a situation with some words that you can't take back, or dealing with somebody you don't necessarily want to deal with. So there's a couple of reasons that I just gave you why it's important to listen before you speak, okay? So that's very important. We're going to move on to the next one. Keep it moving. Ooh, this one, sis. This one. That concealer is creamy. Not everybody has your best interest at hand. Act accordingly. Meaning, just because you meet somebody, just because you're dealing with somebody on a professional level, whatever interaction you may have with someone, that doesn't mean they have your best benefit. We a lot of times see life the way that how we would treat people, or we do things based on, I would never do that, so I know this person would never do that to me. And that's a very naive way of operating in life. You've got to operate life almost essentially with positivity, positive interactions with people. You've got to expect the best out of people, but kind of expect the best but prepare for the worst. So your actions always want to be in love. You always want to treat people with love, respect. You want to give them the best possible because you want to be an example in their life too. You want to treat people how you want life to treat you, because it'll always happen that way. But that don't mean you go tell everybody all your business. That don't mean everybody is your friend, sis. That don't mean you go and invite them into every area of your life. You are going to set yourself up for somebody to have more power in your life than they deserve. It's not something you do. Don't operate life with wisdom. You don't want to have these negative, expectations of everybody. You want to have a positive outlook. That way your energy stays good. But you also have to realize not everybody's your friend. Not everybody's going to treat you. Everybody can only do for you as much as they know how. And you have to be wise enough to know that this person may not have the ability to, when they get upset, hold my secrets, or they may not have the ability or the discipline or the integrity or the character to be a friend through any and everything. Not everybody is built that way. Okay? Trust and believe. The minute somebody gets upset, that emotion supersedes everything. It takes work to be a person that has maturity, a person that is mature. It takes work to be a person that's going to love beyond your emotions. People will get emotional real quick, and your butt will be on the fire real quick on their behalf, because you didn't let them in your life. You didn't tell them all your business. You didn't gave them information they didn't have no business knowing. So you've got to be wise in dealing with people. Not everybody has your best interest. And then that also means some people befriend you just to see how they can throw you under the bus. Some people are just that lame in their life that they will use their energy to befriend you, get information, be nosy, be medley. So when something does come up, that's just their nature. You've got to protect yourself. You've got to just keep some things to yourself. You've got to be a little bit more secretive. Not everything belongs to everybody. Remember that first point that we made, to get you a social support, to get you a safe place. Beyond those safe people, not that your business don't go beyond them safe people. Let's be real. Your interactions don't go beyond them safe people. Those people you know are going to be there to ride or die with you no matter what. Those people are going to have your best interest no matter what. You know what I mean? So you've got to understand that. Get you a routine. Get you a strategy in your life that's going to work for you. And don't go beyond that. Because everybody ain't built the same these days. Most times they just want to be messy. And it's just a mess. That's something I had to learn the hard way. I had to learn that the hard way, but that's okay. That's okay, because the thing about learning things the hard way, which we'll get into at the end of the video, it's okay. Let's move on to the next point. This one is a good one. You're not the victim, and stop taking life so personal and gross, sis. Like, seriously, kind of goes back to the first point. At some point you have to take responsibility for your life. Meaning that because life happens to you, learn from it, grow, move on. I mean, that sounds insensitive, but what I'm doing is helping you to understand. Don't get stuck. Ooh, that was a lot of... Don't get stuck. Do not get stuck. And don't let life boggle you down. Adversity is universal. Believe it or not. I'm not minimizing your problems. You know, on this channel, we talk about how to get over problems in a lot of ways. But at some point, you've got to not become a victim to life's trials and tribulations. And you've got to realize that life don't owe you nothing. What can this situation teach you? How can this situation add to your life, give you value to your life? What can I learn from this? Life don't know your name, okay? Life don't just go pick you out the bucket and say, I want to pick on you today. You know, don't look at life like that. Look at life as an opportunity to get the best out of it. Like, look at life like, if this is happening to me, I'm blessed. If this is happening to me, it's for a reason, okay? And I'm going to get the best out of it, and I'm going to show up accordingly. I'm going to put on my big girl panties, and I'm going to let life know I got this. I'm going to grab my boots by the straps and let life know I got this. We got this. We going to get through it, and I'm going to come out better on the other side. Stop taking life so personal and grow. Bottom line, I had to learn this the hard way as well. Hear me out. Other people's decisions are not a reflection of you, but your decision to stick around and put up with it is a reflection of you. Let's unpack this because it's a mouthful, but it's true. Like, it's so easy to blame ourselves, step into shame, step into guilt for something that somebody else has done. And I used to, growing up, I remember being in middle school, and I remember my counselor teaching me, I love this guy, Mr. Campbell, taught me so much about being an adult when I was like 11 years old. And he used to teach me like how to accept responsibility for your actions all the time. And I remember from that age moving forward, even in all of my mistakes, everything that I've ever gone through, my biggest thing is how can I learn from it? What was my role in it? And how can I make it better? And I would practice that throughout my life, time and time and time again. And I noticed whenever you're in the wrong situation with the right mentality like that, meaning like if I'm dealing with a narcissist or someone who loves to emotionally manipulate or someone who never takes responsibility for anything, you can find yourself becoming a victim to their actions really quick if you're always taking the responsibility for everything. And what that does is that boggles you emotionally, mentally, physically. It starts strapping your mindset into believing that you're always the problem. And that's not healthy. It's okay to accept responsibility for your actions in the right situation. If it's somebody who's never going to grow, and I don't want to say never, but somebody who's not in a position to grow or become a better person, I got to keep going, girl. I keep stopping because I love talking to y'all. You're going to find yourself becoming the victim real quick. And I don't want you guys to adapt that mentality because I dealt with somebody really, really negative for a long time. And that's going to be another story for another day. It's just not the right time. But this person was the epitome of a narcissist. And I pretty much just explained it, but this person was the epitome of a narcissist. And I had found myself just feeling guilty all the time around them. This person would have their blow-ups. This person would get mad. This person would blame me, emotionally manipulate me, and have all these different negative things to do. And it's like, I clearly see that they're the problem, but I would always find a way. Let's just come up with a solution. Let's just be the better person. Let's just do this. But that's not healthy. You've got to remove yourself from that situation and realize some people just are never going to be better, are not in a position to be better. And you've got to remove yourself from that type of situation, okay? Like, you deserve good things, and you deserve to be around people who are going to uplift you and who are going to, when you accept responsibility, they're also going to be a part of the solution as well. They're not going to manipulate you. They're not going to make you feel bad for accepting responsibility or being the bigger person. And that is the definition of insanity, which goes along with being toxic. And ain't nobody got time for that. We grow over here. We become better people over here. And that is a very toxic situation. And in toxic situations, you can be a good person and get brought down real quick. So my advice to you is to realize if you are being a part of the solution, to go where you're valued, to go where you can grow, to go where those types of behaviors, those types of positive behaviors are valued, and you can become a better person. And you can't become a better person around somebody who's living in their toxic behaviors and loves being a narcissist. So let's move on. And to be honest, like, if the shoe fits, you're probably wearing it. It probably is for you. So look at yourself to possibly get some help. Like, there's always help to grow. We've grown in all kinds of different areas in life, right? This is something I talk about often on my channel, and I love talking about it. You have something to be thankful for. Count your blessings, even the small victories. And I've talked about it in a lot of my videos. I'll put it this way. And this is just an opportunity for me to open up about another area of my life. Growing up, I was not celebrated in my life in a lot of ways. My dad didn't do like birthdays, and it wasn't for religious reasons. He just pretty much believed that, like, oh, birthdays aren't important. This is an example of kind of what I was talking about earlier on in the video, that I adopted this mentality of celebrating yourself is not important. And my dad didn't believe in like celebrating us. That was not a thing for him. I have no idea what I'm doing for my eyes, y'all. That was not a thing for him. He was just like a man. He was like, as long as he was taking care of us, he was good. That was all we needed. Christmas, it wasn't big in our house. Like, just doing things whenever I I remember getting like top of my class and bringing all these awards home to him growing up, and he would be happy for me, but then he would just sit the award down and he wouldn't tell me how good of a job I was doing. And so I kind of adopted that mentality into my adulthood, where I started not celebrating myself. I didn't feel like anything was worth the celebration. I got through nursing school and I didn't want to go to the graduation. I had so many birthdays up until now and didn't really do much on any of them. I just don't have many memories to look back on. But most importantly, you are a blessing. The things that happen in your life are a blessing. You deserve to be celebrated. Now, you ain't got to go broke and break the bank, but I want you guys to get in your head that you are worthy of whatever's happening in your life. And that's pretty much what I'm getting at, is that you are worthy of the moment that is going on in your life. And sometimes not feeling worthy can translate into aggression, anger, or these negative perspectives on life, but you deserve everything you step into in life. You deserve every room that you're in, and walk into that room with confidence. Walk into that room knowing that you are supposed to be there. Walk into that room celebrating yourself so others can learn to celebrate them. Like, give yourself the credit that you deserve. And that's what that kind of comes down to. No, it's not a birthday, but it's about giving yourself the energy and the credit that you deserve at the end of the day. That way you always walk with your shoulders up, your head high, knowing that you are what you're supposed to be in your life. You know what I mean? That's all I'm trying to get at. Like, you know. So I have this colorful makeup palette here. I want to play in Color Girl, but I just don't know how. I literally just don't know how. So we're going to try it today. I'm going to go in with my bronzer in the crease, and then we're going to continue out this video, but I got to move on because some of y'all be complaining that my videos are long, but sis, my videos are like podcasts. My videos are like hangout moments. Listen, when you're getting ready, turn my video on. We can get ready together. Like, that's the point. You know, whenever you have the time to watch and learn and grow, that's when you turn my videos on. Like, if you're cleaning the house, flip a YouTube video on. Sorry if I'm covering my mic, y'all. Flip a YouTube video on. Like, I mean, they're the best to listen to. People tell me I got like a voice. I don't know what that means. I guess I got like a inspiring talking voice. Play it, girl. Play it in the background. Ooh. See if that'll. So we're going to try to play in some color, and then I'll give into some more points here in a little bit. I don't know. Y'all pick one for me. I'm thinking this purple, but I'm about to do another sit down video and I don't want to be all over the place. Shoot. Let's go with it. Life is short. Ooh, and that's pretty. Okay. I work full with it. That's stunning. I like it. Okay. I rock with it. Get through some more things that I had to learn the hard way so you don't. You get more with honey than you do with vinegar. It took me a long time to realize, and these were just learned behaviors as a child. I mean, I definitely was an aggressive, angry, mean person at times. And we have to learn to kind of adapt to a more just positive way of life in general. Like, people don't respond to negativity well. I mean, people don't stick around to negative energy long. I mean, let's be real. And people will see you trying. People will see you wanting better for yourself and being positive and want to be around you more, or want to do more for you if you have just this positive energy around that surround you. You know what I mean? We've got to do a little bit better with coming at people in a positive way. And for another thing, so yeah, you get more with honey than you do with vinegar. Another thing that I want to address when it comes to that is this whole, because somebody treats you one way, you stoop down to their level and treat them the same way type of mentality. What does that say about you? Ask yourself that whenever it comes to, oh, they did it first, so I got to get back at them. They did it. That's so ignorant and immature. I'm just keeping it real with you, sis. Like, if we're talking about valuable, going places, moving forward in life, you will never move forward in life matching somebody else's energy. That's exactly where that's going to get you as far as they're going, because you cannot do what others do to you and expect to move forward in life. That is such a backwards way of thinking, and it doesn't land you anywhere but a negative mindset. Learn how to respond to things and move forward, and really just not put yourself in that position again. This whole energy matching, I don't like the idea of that. And you would, yeah, we're not gonna get deep into it, but you would be surprised by the age and the level of people who get to that point. Because it's like, yeah, speaking of age, that takes me into my next point. Age is not a representation of someone's maturity level. Let's say it for the people in the back. Age is not a representation of somebody's maturity level. Let's stop saying, oh, she 50, she's supposed to know how to act. That's not true. Age is exactly what it is. It's an age. And that's not a representation of somebody else's behavior. And in fact, most people don't do the work. Most people don't want to grow. And most people aren't in a position where they are growing. So we have to be mindful of that when we go into situations and expect people to know better because they're an age where they should know better. People only know as much as the work that they put into themselves. That's a representation of somebody's maturity, is the work that they're putting into themselves. That's what lands them in a better place. Is, are they growing from their situations? Are they learning from their situations? Are they putting in the work to evolve? Are they loving themselves? Are they trying? Are they intentional about their lives? Are they opening their eyes to the world? I mean, there's so many things that contribute to maturity, and it's not age. Age isn't one of them. Like, age is not a representation of wisdom. You would think it would be. But it's not. And I say that because you are going to find yourself in a pitfall, in a pit hole you are going to find yourself in a pothole if you expect to go into situations with people who are going to act right because of their age. You are going to land in a world of mess if you base wisdom off of somebody's age. And on this channel, I'm just trying to keep you guys. I'm on this. Oh my God. On this channel, I just want you guys to learn from the things that I had to learn the hard way. So that was one of them. Age is not a representation of somebody's maturity. I feel like I need to just say that one more time. Age is not a representation of somebody's maturity. Don't believe it. Don't believe it. I love the way this eyeshadow is turning out. It's purple. It's pretty. Really quick show you. I know whenever I do my getting readies, I typically don't focus on the makeup, but I wanted to show you guys these lashes. These are the Kiss individual lashes. And if you guys have been with me since the beginning, you know me and lashes are not friends. Like, I cannot put on a strip of lashes for the life of me. I make it look good for videos, but up close, makeup people probably can tell. Like, you know, I'm just not the best. But these are individual lashes here. I'm going to show you guys really quick, right? And so you take them off, and I use the lash grippers that I told you guys about in one of my videos. Right? I use these. These are amazing. You can get them off of Amazon. Everything I mentioned in this video are used. I will have it linked below. And so they come onto your lash gripper like this. And when I say they are amazing, they are freaking amazing. Like, so they go like this, and then you just put them on. No glue, no nothing. You just stick them onto the lash underneath. And look at that. Like nothing. I mean, they literally go on like nothing. And oh my gosh, if you struggle with lashes, that's a dream. I just wanted to put you on real quick. Just wanted to put you on. Don't say I never put you on. Okay, so makeup is pretty much done. I'm loving what I see. I am a little glowy. I'm not used to that, but hey, I'm not mad at it either. Okay, so let's move on to another one. This is probably going to be an unpopular opinion, but this is another one that I had written down. Hustle hard life is for the birds. Yeah, I said it. I said it. That hustle hard mentality, like 24 hours in a day, you should be working 25 and a half of those hours. Yeah, I said 25 and a half. I mean, I say that to say, I get it. Get your money, get your bread. Sometimes you got to work a little overtime, but there are so many other things in life to value other than a check, other than an amount on a check, or other than money. Get you a routine, find you some balance, save you some money, live beyond, no, don't want to do that. Live below your means and find a healthy balance in life. Enjoy other things. There's more to you than having to go to work all the time or being a part of this hustle hard mentality. Always got to be doing something. Let me tell you something, okay? Let me tell you something. You are human. You are a human being who functions off of energy. You are human, and burnout is real. This whole putting everything into a paycheck, everything into working hard, you will burn out. You will have no quality of life if you just keep going, keep going, keep going. You've got to have balance in your life. Enjoy things like travel. Enjoy things like the people in your life. Enjoy things like the life that you're building. How are you enjoying the life that you're building if you're working 24 hours in a day? That's just not like realistic. Like, get you some healthy expectations of yourself, find things that you love and want to do those things other than be at work. And plus, some folks at work don't do nothing but stress you out. Let's be real. You have to walk on eggshells around some of them folks. You gotta always be on your tippy toes. Like, life is so much more than that, girl. Let me tell you. I mean, it's not that deep. It's never that deep. I had been working since I was 14 years old. I had this whole hustle hard mentality. Work, work, work. You ain't got to sleep. You ain't got to do nothing but work. Just for a check? No, there's more to life than that. And I want to see more than, I want more out of life than a paycheck. Yes, I want my money. Don't get me wrong. I want to stack up, but I want to be healthy too. I want to laugh. I want to have peace. I want to just enjoy myself. I want to sit down and hear myself think at times. I want a slow morning. I want to enjoy things that don't deal with work. I want to just live life. And there's so much deeper meaning than a paycheck. Girl, that looks so good. This is so pretty. This is, ooh, what is this? The Fenty Gloss Bomb. Ooh, I don't know what this is, but it's bomb. It's so freaking pretty. And it looks good on my lips. Makeup is done. It looks good. It looks fancy. And that is really, I don't really have earrings or anything here. I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. This was just a getting real, getting ready with me. And the reality of it is, I had to learn some things the hard way. It put a dent in my self-esteem at times. I was really hard on myself about some of these things, but I gave them meaning by sharing them with you guys. I gave myself meaning by learning from them. I gave my life meaning again when I chose not to let these things ruin my life, and I created space for them to help me become the woman that I'm becoming. And that's what hard moments do for us, is that they can teach us, they can give us things to grow and learn from. And we have to use those moments as an opportunity to evolve. That's just simply what it comes down to. And I'm so happy for all of you guys that stuck to the end of this video. Girl, I love hanging out with you guys. It's so much fun. And I'm going to do my best to be more consistent. I know I'm not the best with showing up every single week, but I think about you guys all the time. And you guys deserve the life that you guys are living. Don't drown in your problems. Don't drown in the negativity. Keep pushing. Give yourself glory. Give yourself the things you deserve. Love you guys, and subscribe to my channel. Stick around. We're going to continue to grow. Love you guys, and see you in the next one. Take care. Oh, wait. We got to do our outro. Wait a minute. I hope that this video added value to your life, gave you hope, and found you purpose. And I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Love you. Bye.